Oh, I'm in!
So we're balancing on a tree. It's windy as anything. There's not one but two really nice carp in the net. Man, that was mad.
Today we were heading out in the stormy weather to fish for carp at the secret lake. Once by the water, we watched for a while but didn't see any signs of fish. So instead, I made a few casts to check the water's depth, counting how long it took for the lead to hit the bottom. I found one shallow area near the island and one deeper area out in the lake. I planned to fish with small PVA bags of micro pellet. Hopefully this would do the trick.
We're fishing. I got one rod out. I put a little bit of bait in when we first got here. The water's very clear, which makes me think the fish haven't really been feeding much, so I only put a very small amount of bait, maybe a handful or two over each spot. And yeah, now I'm going to get my second rod out. This one's on a white pop-up. I've got sweet corn on one and white pop-up on the other. Oh.
Yeah.
Does it bother you that the two different bobbins are different colours?
No. Does it bother you?
Some people, that would really get on their nerves. Like some people, they put comments on our videos. I can't believe your bobbins don't match. That's a big deal to some, but I'm not too fussy. We've got branches falling out the trees. It's very, very windy. Like, luckily we're really sheltered. We've got the bivvy, we've got some trees along the back, some like plants and stuff keeping us a bit sheltered. But yeah, it's going to be a proper stormy one today, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I got one off.
You're in already.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Well, it's very, very small.
Very quick.
But yeah, good quick bite.
Yeah.
Wow, that water is freezing. You can't swim in the air. Doesn't work. Caught one though. It's a start. It's good to be out again.
It is
Way
good,
too long.
even if it's windy.
Oh. I just watched the bobbin on. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. I just watched the bobbin on the right hand rod twitch about an inch. Now, I was starting to think that there was no fish out in that area. I've seen nothing, no bubbles or swells, but a little twitch of the bobbin like that, probably a line bite, I would say, where the carp have just swam through the spot, picked up the line in their fin or something, or touched against it. But it's a good sign. We're on.
Yeah.
The right hand rod went. The one that did the little line bite earlier.
Yeah.
It feels a bit bigger on.
Does it?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
This one is fat. Because this is like the opposite of the last one. The other one was malnourished, and this one is obese. Look at the belly on that thing.
It's always worth getting the rod cast out again quickly in winter, as the windows of opportunity can be short.
Thanks. That is a winter's carp bite, that is. Just enough food for one mouthful, a bright visual hook bait, light lead so it doesn't go deep in the silk. It's a winner. Oh, I'm in.
Oh, quick. I was recording as well.
Oh, that's a good one. It's in that snag though.
Wow.
This is quite a good fish on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think this could be a better one. In fact, what would really help would be if you can just play it.
Yeah.
I'll sort out the fish in the net. Just walk to the end of that jetty and I'll bring you the net. I've got a fish in the net here which we were about to take a picture of. The rod's gone again, Om's helped me playing it in. I'm going to try and get both of them in the net.
Yes.
Okay, Om, you can do it.
Beauty.
Yes!
Yes. Yes. Oh, and the sun's coming out, kind of.
Oh, your one is cool. Look at it.
Yay.
Look at that creature.
Wow.
Right, I'm gonna shuffle this camera around a bit. Not filming very straight. Good job holding it as well. You're not even showing much fingers. There we go. Good job, Om. It's definitely a team effort landing these two. Got this one in the net. It's fat. I think it's spawn bound. This one's got eggs in it. You see?
Yeah.
It definitely looks like it's got
Yeah.
eggs. It seems a bit early to have eggs in. Like they spawn in like June normally, but
So it's holding, maybe.
I don't know. Either way, that is two beautiful carp. We've got to put it back now.
Yeah.
Can't keep it all day.
Wow.
I'll be honest, when we left home this morning and looked at the weather, I wasn't expecting it to be a particularly rewarding day. I said we'd probably catch something, but to get a couple of fish like that straight away, yeah, that's awesome.
Fourth fish?
The rain's starting.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a leech on it, Can you
there?
see the leech?
Oh, wow.
See that?
Yeah.
I'm going to get that leech off so that this fish can be a bit happier. There's a leech there as well, see that?
Oh, yeah.
On my finger.
Yeah.
Yuck! Leeches all over this one. And what you tend to find is that leeches will be on fish that haven't moved around very much. And because it's been cold lately, the fish has just been sitting on the bottom, and that's when the leeches can attach onto them. But whenever I catch a fish, whatever time of year it is, if there's leeches or parasites on it, you can normally just pick them off.
Just
But yeah,
help 'em out.
it definitely tells you that the fish are not very active. We'll see what happens as the day goes on. I'm going to cast this rod back out, straight back out to where the, I don't know what it is in the water out there. It's a sort of, I can't tell very easily from this side, but it looks like just a big branch or something, like part of a tree, twigs and stuff. And something as small as that in an otherwise quite featureless area, the fish will gravitate towards those sorts of areas. And in winter, they'll shoal up in numbers. Like in summer, you find one fish here, one fish over there, and one fish in the shallows. In the winter, no, you'll find all 3 or 4 of those fish grouped up tightly. And that's why it's so important to try multiple areas in the winter. If you don't know where they are, you've got to find them. Once you found them, put your rods on that zone and you're probably going to do well. Sometimes when I tell people that I do carp fishing, they kind of have this perception that I just sit there in a tent and wait. And in some ways, they're kind of right. Carp fishing is to me, it's unlike almost every other type of fishing. When I'm lure fishing for pike, fly fishing, or potentially surface fishing for carp, stalking, you're very, very zoned in. Your heart is racing quite often. It's almost like it's more of a sport. It's very active and you need to pay attention. You need to really focus. Whereas days like this, sitting with Omi in the bivvy, the rain's coming down, the rods are out, and I'm kind of just watching the world go by. It's pleasant and it's nice and it's enjoyable, but in a different way to the other styles of fishing that I do. And I get what people say, you know, it's boring, you just sit there and you do nothing, but I think friends of mine who really appreciate their carp fishing are people who have really busy jobs, or maybe they are people who kind of overthink things, or they can become stressed quite easily. And actually, carp fishing is a proper relaxation. It's like a meditation. It's this strange thing whereby you've got an excuse to sit there and be chill and do very little. It is a strange one, and trying to explain carp fishing to someone who doesn't carp fish is very difficult. But for me, especially the last couple of weeks with Alex starting his new thing, moving on from the Carp and Alex channel, I've been kind of stressed out, you could say, sorting out what I'm going to do, who's going to help me, who I'm going to get to help edit and produce the videos. And also, I've been very, very busy in the garden with the pond project. That has been something I've dreamed of doing for a long time, but it has also come with some stress. Having the garden dug up, mud everywhere, and trying to think about making sure things come out right and they look good and everything. It has been really, really full on. So a day like today is kind of exactly what we needed, I think, on. Yeah. I mean, you'll know about stress. Last week we had the whole of the kitchen floor just ripped up. Sorry, I don't know why I spoke about the kitchen after I spoke about you.
Thing, wasn't it?
It's not because you're a woman that I thought about the kitchen. It's just you know, it's just something that came up like the last week.
Yeah,
the floor rotted. Like we had a leak in the kitchen floor, or beneath and it just, all of the chipboard went mouldy and just collapsed.
Everything at once, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then the boiler broke.
Oh yeah.
So the house was freezing cold for the last what, 7 days?
We got 3 days.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Like we've got loads of wood and collected up wood that, like, offcuts from the guys. Steve and his friend Bernie were doing some work on the filter house for the new pond, and yeah, they had offcuts of wood that we chucked on the fire, and that kept us warm. But
All got sorted.
I think it's safe to say that everything that could go wrong went wrong all at the same time, and it just felt a bit overwhelming, which is why I'm so grateful that on a Sunday afternoon, I'm sat here in my favourite place with my favourite person, chilling. What? Sorry, Alex, if you're watching this, you're equal. You're both my favourite people. But yeah, I'm very, very happy to be out relaxing and having a good day of carp fishing. I bet you're glad we brought the bivvy.
Yeah, we were cozy in our bivvy cave.
I would be soaked otherwise. The rain is continuing to get heavier out there, and it's reminding me of a couple of other sessions that I did down here. One of them was when our German friends came over to visit, Victor, Yoshi and Maxi. We came out to this lake, we were wearing t-shirts, as you do in the summer. It was summer, right? It was nice, it was pleasant. But yeah, we were wearing t-shirts and we caught a couple of carp, and then bang, what the heck? Out of nowhere, the biggest, heaviest rainstorm came down. We got soaked all the way through.
This is not good.
And our camera ended up just getting soaked,
Really?
soaking wet, completely broke. It was an expensive fishing trip, that one. Oh, and also, I remember, this is a long time ago now, but soon after we found this lake, Alex and I came down in the winter, and it was frozen across, like the whole thing was frozen over. And we spent, I think, 2 hours with our waders on, cracking through the ice, breaking the ice so that we could slide the ice out the way and cast the rods into the gap. I don't know if I'd bother doing that now, to be honest. I think we were a little bit crazy. But we ended up catching fish. I think we had 2 really nice linears and a handful of small commons. So it's really nice when you've got a location that's reliable, somewhere you can go to, even in the depths of winter, and catch a few fish. And I know some people will be like, yeah, but they're not big fish. You know, you want to catch big carp. Well, yeah, of course, we all want to catch big carp. But sometimes when it's cold and it's wintry, anything as a result. You've got to sort of lower your expectations to make sure you keep enjoying your fishing, and that's what I like to do. I was just getting some footage of the surroundings and I heard a shout from Omi. What is going on here? You got one?
I was like, is it too tight? Is it no? Oh, it's biting.
Yeah? I would laugh so much if this is the biggest one in the lake or something. I see you had a little bit of an interesting situation with the other rod.
Well, it just went up. It was just nearly came off.
What, like pulling it in? You were on it. Oh wow! Alright, take it easy. Be ready to give line if it pulls. Go on, Army. That is so cool. Look at it go. I'm actually mad proud of you, You actually did that.
Woo! It's beautiful. Right, come on. Stay still.
Does not want to play.
That's not staying.
Does not want to play the game.
Okay. Oh wow. Wow, 5th fish. I had to do that one on my own.
Yeah, you didn't have any choice.
No. Beautiful coming.
Winter carp fishing, eh?
Yeah, winter carp fishing. It's a really good day. Oh no.
I'm soaked.
Sorry, Carl.
The lens is just dripping in water right now. I hope that... Oh, it's one of those times where you just think, it's winter, probably wasting my time. What's the point in going carp fishing today? But then you do it, you make the effort, you put the bait in, you think about your tactics, and then it all comes good. Those are the best sessions.